Never in a million years did I think I would see the day where any Five Nights at Freddy's game, let alone the entire main tetralogy, is on my television screen and installed onto my Xbox One. Never in a million years did I think that a little indie developer, he's not little anymore, but who at the time was just a little indie developer, Scott Cawthon, would grow into such a ginormous figure in the gaming industry that he got Click Team themselves to port these games over. These games centered around mouse input to a console. I'm blown away. I really am impressed that these games are on console now. It's something else. So we're just gonna start up Five Nights at Freddy's. No, never. I never thought I'd see it. I'm probably gonna say that so many times, but it's true. I just Click Team. Oh, there. Oh no. Oh, it's gonna be the main menu. Okay. Music's a little different. I'll admit it. I think there's more ambient music, but this is so surreal. This feels so weird to be looking at this on a television screen. This doesn't feel right. Okay, what are unlocks? Unlimited power. Oh. Okay, so I guess there's cheat codes in the main game now. That's interesting. All right, let's just. I am very curious to see how this is gonna work with a controller, because the entire first game is controlled with a mouse, and being able to physically flick the mouse up and down to turn on the thing. Maneuvering between the cameras is gonna be a pain, especially switching between Pirate Cove and East Hall Corner for Foxy and Freddy. I don't know how. Let's just start it. New game. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, family pizzeria, looking for a security guard to work the night. You're trolling a 6 a.m. monitor cameras and ensure safety. Okay, that lasted way longer on PC. Okay, how does this work? Right stick does not control the camera. Okay, left stick controls the camera. Maybe flick down. That doesn't do it. A. Nope. Okay, A controls the left light. And, oh, okay, you have to look at the door and press A to do a light. And I'm assuming B does the doors? Yes. Okay, B does the doors. So how do I turn on the cameras? Triggers? Okay, left bumper? That's interesting. Okay, it's definitely very laggy. You can see it's stuttering a lot between as it changes. I'm trying to figure out the fastest route between. Okay, so that's the fastest route between Pirate Cove and East Hall Corner. Okay, we don't need that yet because neither of them. I'm probably gonna crash the game with how much I'm flicking to. I don't. Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. Okay, okay, it's Y. That's not made clear at all. Okay, so there was the way you mute the phone guy's call in the PC version is by clicking on the button that says mute call. Obviously, you cannot do that on a console. So I was trying to figure out, wait, how would you even turn it off? So then I just started hitting buttons. Okay, hi, I forgot you were a thing. I honestly forgot that you were even a thing in this game. All right, this feels so weird. I know I'm gonna keep saying it, how it feels so weird, but it does. I'm controlling the camera like this. It's just there aren't enough words to describe how this feels. Although I will say, maneuvering between the cameras, I guess when you just move between one to the other, it's not that bad. But if I have to flick really fast, if I have to go from Pirate Cove to East Hall Corner, that's gonna be that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be real rough. Okay, I don't know why left bumper is the one that controls the cameras. I would have thought it'd be to just flick down because that's what you have to do in the PC version. I do like the way the lights and doors are controlled though. That's nice because I was worried that you would just be able to it would be like Ultimate Custom Night where you can just press a button and you're looking the other way and it does it. It's not how that works here. Okay, so I guess I can talk a little bit about my experience with this franchise. When when the first Five Nights at Freddy's game came out in 2014, I didn't really care in the slightest. I saw that Acidic Blitz had made a video of some highlights from his time playing the first game. I'm like, okay, this seems interesting. I was way more interested, actually, in the story. Like, I haven't even played the game, but I knew that there was apparently a massive story conspiracy thing behind the scenes. So I watched Rusty Moboxer make a video on it, Game Theory. A bunch of people made videos on it, and trying to figure out like, what's the story behind the game. And I was fascinated by all that. Wait. How do we honk Freddy's nose? How do we honk the nose? There's gotta be a way to honk the nose. Okay, okay. How do we honk the nose? One of these buttons has to honk the nose. Oh, you can use, that's weird. You can use the D-pad to control okay. How do we honk Freddy's nose? That's the most important thing. Because you have to click on it in the main game. What button or combination of buttons? Up, down, left, right, BA, start. No, that didn't work. Can I pause it? Oh, there's a pause feature now. That's interesting. Okay. I mean, that's the thing. I kind of know how ClickTeam works, so I know how they program this. Because pausing, there was actually a command in Quick Infusion that lets you pause the game, and then you have to, so you can't really make too complicated. I guess you can. I've made something where you just, like, it doesn't, it depends on how much you want to pause, right? Because, if I go into the specifics of Quick Infusion, will be here forever, and I'll probably just bore you to death, so I'm not going to do that. But I will say, so I was just saying, I wasn't really interested in the game itself, but I was interested in the story, because the story was fascinating. And the second game came out, and I watched Acidic Blitz play, because he actually did a Let's Play on that for his channel, and that game looked super fun to play. So at that point, around Christmas time, I'm like, you know what? Let's give these games a shot. The story is enough to intrigue me, and the second one actually looks like it was a lot of fun. So I bought both games, and I love them to death. And then the first, so I like the second more than the first, but the first game is still a darn good game. It really is. The atmosphere is great. It's very this game and FNAF 4 are probably tied, out of the main tetralogy, are probably tied in terms of ambiance, and which have the scariest atmospheres. But it's a close race, I must admit. Although I will say, I guess maybe they might have made it easier for consoles, specifically because you have to use a controller to do this instead of a mouse and keyboard. But I seem to remember that by 3 AM, Bonnie was on the move. Chica and Freddy isn't active at all on night 1, and Foxy definitely isn't. But Bonnie is definitely goes on the patrol on night 1, so it's weird that she's not. Oh! Ask and thou shalt receive. Ask and thou shalt receive. Chica? Since when is Chica the first one to leave the stage? Alright, that's interesting. That may sound like a negative, it's not. It confuses me, because I'm used to Bonnie being the one to always leave first. But I guess this time around it's Chica. Also, you'll notice I'm not really too worried about my power, because it's night 1, so the odds that they're going to get anywhere near my door is not that big of a deal. And honestly, I'm pretty used to the time it takes to switch between the cameras. But if I try to do that, that's a little... I wonder if I can lie the game out by just doing this over and over again. Probably not. I'm guessing that with how... Chica's in the restrooms. Chica is the most active tonight. That's interesting. That's really odd, actually. That's very, very odd. But what's it? So, what I was saying is that if with how widely praised this game series is, there's no... I have a feeling ClickTeam didn't take any chances. They probably tested this game to the max to make sure that it wasn't lagging or anything. So I'm imagining they didn't take any chances. Although the Switch is probably the best console. I would imagine it's because it has like you can play it in handheld mode, so it has that touchscreen element. I'm imagining that would probably be the best console to play it on. But I think it's for as awesome as these ports, like this seems like a pretty strong port so far. There's a little bit of camera lag, as you can see, but it's nothing. It was noticeable first, but I've gotten used to it. But no matter how great they are, they're not going to be able to replace the feeling you have of playing on PC, just because obviously the screen's right in front of you, so it's a little a little bit scarier. But even aside from that, just the precision you'll get by using a mouse to actually click between the cameras. And obviously there's no camera lag, so that's another aspect of it. I'm really still kind of stuck on the fact that Chica was the first one to leave. And that Bonnie hasn't moved at all. Alright then. Perhaps I spoke a little bit too... Okay, Chica's in the East Hall. Bonnie is in the... Like I said, I'm not too worried about... Hi there, buddy. Not too worried about power tonight, just because it's night 1. Chica, I think that's the sound of Chica in the kitchen. It's night 1, so there isn't really a whole lot to... They're not too active on night 1, although I am surprised it took them this long. Because usually, like, they're not too active, but they are still active, right? Okay, Bonnie's there, Chica's... Okay, so they're both in the halls. And the thing that surprised me the most so far is probably the fact that Freddy is actually looking at the camera. Is that's a stage of his movement. He usually doesn't move even an inch on night 1, but I guess it's a little bit different nowadays. No, not nowadays, in this port. Okay. I'm not too worried about Foxy either, because Foxy and Freddy have the same levels of inactivity on night 1. But I will check both of them as it happens. And then I can just do this. I can just check the lights for Bonnie and Chica. No reason to check the cameras anymore. So to find them, as far as Freddy and Foxy are concerned, there's a reason to check them. But as far as the two animatronics to go through the side hall, no big deal. It's actually been quite a long time since I've played through the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. I think, well, I guess not too. I think May was when I last played through it. I'm pretty sure it was shortly before Help Wanted came out. Oh, Foxy. Okay, Foxy is active on night 1. Interesting. Alright, so they definitely made some modifications to the AI, because some animatronics are more active than others on night 1. Bonnie has ever since 2014. Bonnie was always the first one off that stage. But also, this night feels so much longer. Like Five Nights at Freddy's already that's wrong. Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's already had the longest nights of the series. But this feels even longer than that. It could be my imagination, but the timer's at over 12 minutes. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Oh, I got an achievement. 60 gamer score for surviving the first night. Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 7 minutes or something in the original. That was 13 minutes. So that's odd. Yeah, does it tell you to press Y? I don't think it told me to press Y to mute the call. I did just figure that out randomly. I also had to figure out the left bumper is how you activate how you flip up the camera panel. Not a whole lot of guidance with the controls. Yeah, there's no indication whatsoever that that's what you have to do. I'll let him talk this time. Why not? There's gotta be a way to boop his snoot. What if I put the back button? Nope. I'm out of buttons. I've hit everything. The triggers don't do anything. The thing is, every single game, there's been some way to honk Freddy's nose. It would baffle me beyond belief if there wasn't in this game. Or in this port, I guess I should say. Although I will say that there's a nice improvement, because you don't have to click a physical button. You don't have to click something in game. You just have to press a button on your controller. That means that you can you can mute the phone call. Like I can mute it now. So if you decide, I'll listen to it, and then at some point you decide, oh, forget that, but the mute call button's gone. Then it's no big deal. You just press Y. But they definitely probably should have made that more clear, because the only reason I figured out that pressing Y is the way you mute the call is through sheer luck. Also, I'm noticing a little bit of a layer bug with the fan. Sometimes when I flip up the camera, the fan still appears to be inside the camera. There's a little bit of a layering issue there. But yeah, so none of the controls of this game were explained in the slightest. I just started mashing random buttons until something eventually worked. So I don't know, maybe just 5 seconds to flash them on screen. Wouldn't have been a big deal. It's not. I mean, you can assume obviously that the left stick would be how you look around. Although I try the right stick first because I guess I associated moving the mouse with the right stick. Well, someone's on the move. Someone is on the move. Okay, so Bonnie's the one on the move. Is Bonnie already? Bonnie's already backstage. All right, Bonnie moves quickly tonight, which is interesting because this is what I'm used to from the first night on the PC version. Is just them to immediately be off the stage. Oh, so there are achievements in this game. We discovered that when we just beat the first night and got 60 gamer score. So now my question, actually no, I'll check after this night. Now my question would be, what are the other achievements? Is there anything? I'm assuming there'd be one for beating each night, probably one for beating night 6. Would they be gutsy enough to give you an achievement for beating 2020 mode? Do you think they'd do that? Because I'll tell you right now, there's no chance in hell that I'm beating 2020 mode with a controller. I barely did it on the PC version. There's no way I'm going to do it with a controller. That's just not happening. That is not happening. Also, I probably don't need to be checking these as probably don't need to check the lights as often as I am because it's night 2. I'm not that active on night 2. The real issue is probably just going to be switching between Pirates Cove and the East Hall corner. Oh, hold it, wait. Okay, you're in the supply closet. You're gonna come by my door in a second now, because that lags the cameras out a lot. I don't, like I said, I don't think it'll crash because I would imagine that with the amount of eyes that are on this game, they wouldn't take a chance like that. But it still could be a thing. It could still happen. And the thing is, even if it does, oh, he's at my door. No, he's not. Oh, I guess he went back into the hall. If it doesn't crash the game, it'll still be a fairly noticeable frame rate dip. So it's just, and that makes it harder. Because with how lightning fast you have to play on 2020 mode, pretty much any stall whatsoever could be enough to screw you over. Okay, now I gotta start checking both lights. Because you don't really have to check. You don't really have to check a certain light, because they only come down one hall at a time. So if Chica's still on stage, there's no reason at all to check the right hall. And then the same thing for the left hall, but with Bonnie. And you can achieve this by just switching between the show stage and Pirate Cove, which is a good idea anyway. Yeah, you can see that the fan just temporarily stays there sometimes when you follow the camera, which is weird. It's very weird. Oh, here's someone moving. It's either Bonnie or Chica. I'm gonna guess it's probably Bonnie. It's probably Bonnie. Can't confirm, but I'd be willing to place some as money. Yeah, but because both Foxy and Freddy revolve around looking at them on the camera. So if you looking at Freddy is the only way to lock him in place, which is why we switched to the show stage. I think camera stalling is what it's called. And then the same thing happens with Foxy, but so the longer you don't look at him, the further out of his cove he goes. So that's how that rolls. Bonnie and Chica don't want to stop by and play, which is interesting. Let's go on. Okay, so you're there, and Chica is in the restaurant. Okay, so the only one who's actually anywhere near me is Bonnie, so I don't really need to check the right light, but better safe than sorry. Okay, can we get 4 AM before I drop the 50%? Well, not 50%. What if we drop below 50%? Maybe? No, that's not happening. I'm not taking any chances with Foxy. Okay. So, it's not super, I mean, it gets super hard. Night 6 can be a bit of a pain. If for no other reason than just for power consumption alone, which is probably why unlimited power is a power-up. But I wouldn't want to turn on those. I might try. Maybe I'll put them on just like at the end of the video to see what they're like. But I wouldn't put them on just to play normally, because I can't play something that doesn't challenge me and play. Oh wow, Foxy moved quite a bit since the last time I checked it. Okay, I guess I left you linger for too long. I probably don't need to be checking the lights as frequently as I am. I'm just flicking between them rapidly. Just waiting for the moment when that sign says sorry, or like it's me or whatever. When when the curtains are wide open, I guess is the better thing to say. That moment is always terrifying. Oh, actually, you know what? That'll be interesting to see Foxy's animation as he runs down the hall. That'll be very interesting. Because if just switching between the cameras is enough to lag it out, I wonder how that's gonna affect the game's performance. That'll be interesting to see. Now I actually kind of want him to leave. I actually kind of want him to leave Pirate Cove. So in theory, I should stop checking on him. But the problem is that he's gonna get out no matter what. It's just a matter of when. So if I don't check on him at all, then what'll happen is I won't know when. Because it's not like FNAF VR, where you can hear him running down the hall. You have to be actively looking at the West Hall camera in order to see that he's coming down at all. So that's not a risk that I can take. It's 5 a.m. So actually, you know what? We can last with the power we have. Let's just leave the left door shut. All right, leave the left door shut. Only look at the show stage, and then towards the end, we switch to we switch to Pirate Cove and see how he's going. Because we can last. We have enough power to get to 6 a.m. as of right now. So we'll leave it alone for a little bit longer. The goal here is just to try to get Foxy out. Because we're confident enough that we can win that we don't need to particularly worry about it. Gotcha! Okay, it's X. I could have sworn maybe you have to be looking directly at it. Okay, so you just can't be looking. I didn't check the thing. Oh, okay, that probably should have been me dead. Yeah, he's on the move. Let's go look. Let's go look. Oh God. Oh, that was awful. Oh no. But that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. And I figured that was probably gonna do something to the performance. Oh, that was awful. Oh, Chica's there? Why is Chica there? All right. Well, is Bonnie there? Bonnie is not there. So we are good with the doors. That was horrendous. That was pathetic. With how that lagged out the console so much. Oh my God, that was. Oh. And the thing is, I know why. Because I develop games with ClickTeam Fusion. I know why that's happening. It's because it's not Foxy himself. It's not just an individual character model that's flipping between animations. Oh, an achievement for beating night 2. 2 nights at Freddy's. Woo. It's not just an individual achievement for beating, an individual character model that's moving. It's the whole screen is changing animations. So that eats up ClickTeam's memory like lightning fast. On PC, it's no problem, because PCs can handle it. But on a console, to have the entire screen change animations that quickly, not good. So, like, the fan is fine. The fan is fine because the fan is a separate object in the room. So it's not a concern, right? But, oh, Chica's already out. Chica is already out. Okay. Tell you what, we'll do night 3, and then we'll call it a day. I do want to pause real quick, though, because that's a nice thing. If I want to take a drink in the middle of playing Five Nights at Freddy's on PC, can't do it. I have to wait until I finish the round, or finish the night, and then quickly, very quickly, just take a sip of water, and then get back into it. Or I just intentionally die, or just go back out to the main menu. But that's another nice thing, is that there wasn't a way to go back to the main menu until Ultimate Custom... until Ultimate Custom Night, there wasn't a way to go back to the main menu from the office. So, that's a nice thing they added here. I'm glad... you know what? No, let's mute him. I'm just happy. You know what? I am just glad that we found out a way to boop Freddy's snoot, to honk his nose. Because that's something, I was thinking to myself, there's no way that it's not in the game. I must be missing something. I thought maybe it would be X, because Y mutes the phone, B does the doors, and A does the lights. So by simple process of elimination, the only button of the main 4 on the controller that doesn't do anything is X. But I guess because like if you look at one of the doors, it doesn't do anything. You have to be looking at the middle to boop the snoot. That's probably what it was. Yeah, but that was bad. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Oh, the jump scares. Oh God. Oh, the jump scares. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Okay. So switching between the cameras already lags out the game. Freaking, what's it? Foxy running down the hall lags out the game even worse. I can't even imagine. Oh, hi Chica. How you doing? I can't even freaking imagine what the jump scares would be like. Tell you what, after we beat night 3, what I'll do is I'll turn on the different cheat codes that the game has so graciously offered us, and I will use those, like, I'll use the radar to help me figure out which animatronic is most likely to kill me. That kind of thing. So, I'll just do that. And we'll kill two birds with one stone there. We will see how the cheat codes work, and we will see precisely how much the jump scare lags the game. Because oh boy, that'll be a sight to see, I'll tell you that much. And things, I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think Scott actually worked on these ports. I think it was all Click Team who did this, because Scott's busy, doing other things. At this one, I'm pretty sure he's just outsourced all the main games to other companies. He outsourced the VR game to Steel Wool, which is easily the best game in the entire series. Not from a story perspective, it does introduce a lot of cool ideas for the future, but gameplay-wise and just atmosphere-wise, freaking astounding what that company understands this series. They made a freaking phenomenal game. Then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have Illuminix, which made the horrendous augmented reality game known as that is Special Delivery. Oh boy, it's bad. It's free, but it's bad. It's really, really bad. It's the worst game in the series, indisputably. It's jarringly awful, is actually what it is. But yeah, it's free. It's a mobile game. I don't really care. It's just I wasn't expecting it to be super great. I just wasn't expecting it to be as horrendous as it actually is. So that's what that is. But my point here being, so he's outsourcing games to other people. He's got a AAA game coming out, or not coming out, starting development next year. So that's interesting. The movie has been in talks for 4 years now. I don't know if that's actually still a thing or what's happening with that. According to him, they have a script. I guess we'll find out. But to my knowledge, I think he said in one of his announcement posts that Click Team were the ones who worked on this port. They Click Team themselves, and not Scott, so they had control of the optimization. But while I did say that I don't think they would have allowed it to crash, they probably tested extensively for crashes. But the camera lag, like, there's no way this would have slipped under the radar. Unless it's just my Xbox One, like, maybe other consoles aren't having an issue with this. But this is interesting. I really want to see what the jump scares are going to be like now. I won't do it now because I actually want to beat Night 3. But when Night 4 rolls, after this, when we go to Night 4, I will happily turn on the cheat codes to both see what they're like and also, the unlimited power one. It's like, that just makes the game too easy. Because if you have unlimited power, you can just shut the doors. Like, literally, you just shut the doors and you win. I didn't even think about that until now. If you have unlimited power, you just do this, and then you freaking win. Because nothing can kill you. Absolutely nothing. Unless you're stupid enough to look in the West Hall corner and look at a Golden Freddy. Actually, I haven't actually checked for the Golden Freddy poster. Not there. That's unfortunate. Oh, you know what? Oh, I wish there was a way to spawn that. Because it's kind of random. Well, no, not kind of. It is extremely random when that pops up. I could just, like, shut the doors and flick the camera up and down until eventually it spawns. But to see, I wonder if it would actually crash the game. Probably not. Because I think Undertale on PC, when stuff happens with Asgore and Flowey, I think the game actually crashes. But on the Switch version, which is the version I played on, it didn't crash the game, it just booted me back to the main menu. Whereas the thing on PC, you have to, like, it crashes, and then when you boot it up again, it'll take you back to an altered main menu. So I wonder if the game would crash, or if it would just take me back to the main menu. Because that's the thing, right? That's what I thought Detroit Become Human was going to do, in that last section where you have to, well, I'll avoid spoilers, but you're wading through a snowstorm as Connor. I thought that when the game crashed, I thought that was fully intentional. Because they were just talking about an exit program, and that would have been, like, super meta, and it would have been so smart, but, unfortunately, they did not go that route. Also, I am using way too much power. I'm using way too much power. I need to slow down just a little bit. Because I am getting a little too aggressive. Fortunately, the only animatronic that can actually kill you without going, like, if Bonnie and Chica are both at my door and I just sit here, they can't kill me. The only person, Foxy can kill me. Foxy and Freddy can both kill me without going into the cameras. But Freddy's still on stage. Foxy's also still on stage. So, he still has like 1 foot in on the stage. He's technically still on the stage, but unfortunately, I don't have enough power. I don't think to just when we get to 5 a.m. I can probably shut the door and just let him come to us, but not with our current power supply. I don't think that would work out too well. Let's see, yeah, he's still there. When we get to 5 a.m., we can be a little bit less cautious with power, but for now, we still gotta play conservatively. I don't trust it. No, that was wrong. Oh, that was wrong. Wrong. I did a wrong thing. I keep doing wrong things. I was expecting, I don't know why, but I pressed B when I looked at the right door, and I expected it to close the left door. That was weird. That was odd. So the reason why is because I thought that I had been looking away from Foxy for too long. And that okay. We're at 5 a.m. now, so we should have enough. We should have enough to get through this. Let's try to force Foxy out of there. If we just don't look at him, that should be enough to force Foxy out of his little hidey hole. There's that. Okay, both doors are shut. No, he's still there. Alright, well, now we just don't look at the cameras. Okay. Forget that. Forget that. Is Chica gone? Chica is gone. Okay. Foxy, have you left yet? No, still there. Okay. Forget the forcing Foxy out of his hidey hole thing. We should still have enough power to do that, but, there's no reason to. Chica's in the dining hall, so there's no reason to. I guess there's no reason to check the right light. The thing is, I'm paranoid, so I'm just gonna check it anyway. We should be fine. I played a little bit too aggressively. I wasn't as cautious with my power as I probably should have been. But yeah, so I can't play like this on night 4. Fortunately, I won't be doing night 4 in this video. I'm just gonna do the first 3 nights because that puts us around 30 minutes. So that will be good enough for me. 10%. I could. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just shut the doors. This is an awful idea. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a horrendous idea. That with less than 10% power, I don't know how long nights are in this game, because I think in the actual Five Nights at Freddy's they're like 7.5 minutes. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Okay, never mind. We didn't get to see it anyway. Oh, another achievement. Ooh, 80 game score this time. 3 nights at Freddy's. Survive the 3rd night. Okay, so now we're on night 4, and we're coming up at the end of the video because we're at 30 minutes. I don't want to keep this going for too long. I could get through all the nights in probably an hour, but I don't want to make an hour-long video. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Go to unlocks. We won't turn fast nights on because that's self-explanatory. Unlimited power. Achievements disabled. Okay. That's fine. That's fair. But still, unlimited power? Really? Okay. Alright, well let's continue night 4 with these new and improved cheat code powers we possess. And the power's just gonna be at 100%. Yeah, okay, so there's we can see where all the animatronics are. So that's that. That's nice. Oh boy. Chica and Bonnie are on the move. Freddy's still there. Okay, so whose jump scare do we want to see the most? I kind of want to see Chica's jump scare. So here's what we'll do. We'll shut the left door, and then we'll just let Chica come to us. Because Chica's jump scare is probably the one that terrified me the most. Freddy's is probably the scariest, but to get Freddy out of the show stage area is gonna take freaking eons. So we're not gonna sit here for that long. Chica's probably the one that terrified, because I didn't even know. I thought Freddy's only jump scare. Okay, so Freddy's jump scare when the power goes out, not scary in the slightest, because he looks kind of huggable in that one. But the jump scare where he's at your door, at the right door, like during the main night, and he jumps out at you, that's bloody terrifying, because he looks like a freaking demon. But unfortunately, with the amount of time it'll take us to get to that point, the amount of time it'll take him to get out of the show stage, not worth it. Not worth it in the slightest. Oh, actually, you know what? While we're waiting for Chica to kill us, let's look at the achievements. Okay, what are all the achievements? 4 Nights at Freddy's, 5 Nights at Freddy's, no running. Don't let Foxy escape during night 4. Okay. That seems doable. That seems doable. If it... Do you think they know that this achievement is misspelled as 4 nights at Freddy's? 4 nights at Freddy's? We throw a confetti party? That was a bad pun. Okay. Survive the 5th night. Don't let Foxy escape. That should be no laughing. Don't let Freddy get to cams 4A or 4B. And isn't that the East Hall in general? On night 5? And then these are all... There's 3 secret achievements. Okay. Well, I'm guessing one of these is probably beat night 6. And then I don't know what the... if they're mean enough, they might have made one of these, like, beat 2020 mode. That would be good. Let me just... Oh, I went back to the menu. What am I doing? Well, Chica was right there, too. She was right there. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna speed this up until freaking, Chica comes to play. Because there's no sense in making you guys wait. Yeah, 4A is... You guys keep getting to the East Hall, period, on night 5. That's insanity right there. Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead in the video until Chica stops by the play. Okay, Chica's in the kitchen. Freddy's left the stage. Chica should be coming here any minute now. But I just looked up the achievements, and they are that cruel. One of the achievements is beat custom night with all animatronics AI set to 20. Actually, you know what? Bonnie's right here. Let's just let him kill us. You're right goddamn there. You're right goddamn there. Bonnie, what are you doing? Bonnie, just freaking... You're literally right there. You are right freaking there. Guys, he's right here. He's right here. Does unlimited power make you immune to freaking animatronics too? Let's just... There we... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was horrendous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. One nice touch is that the controller vibrates when you get jump scared. That's a nice touch. Admittedly, that is a nice touch. But oh my god, the frame rate. The freaking frame rate. Good god. Okay. Yeah, so one of the achievements, let me turn this all off and then I'll end the video. One of the achievements is to beat 2020 mode with all the AI set to 20. Another one is experience a jump scare and then something more. What does that... That would make sense in FNAF 2, because in FNAF 2 you can get the death minigames, but there are no death minigames in the first game, so I don't know. Anyway, so let's talk about this port. Control-wise, it's really strong. Like, the thing I was most worried about was porting a game that's controlled with the mouse to a controller. And they did a really good job with that. Honestly, I'm very impressed with that. But the frame rate lag with stuff as simple as just flicking between cameras, I don't know. That seems like something they probably should have caught, because that's really rough performance. That's really rough performance. I don't know. That's the biggest issue. That's probably the only issue, actually. It's just the fact that changing between cameras, jump scares, Foxy running down the hall, all that is just puts an immense strain on the game. So, I don't know. Overall, if I were to recommend you to get this game, I would still say get it on PC, because I think it's $5 on PC and this was $8, so definitely worth it more on PC. But if you can't get it on PC, this is still a pretty good port to play. This is still if you cannot get it on PC, definitely get it here. Definitely, absolutely get it here. It's worth it for that alone. But if you have the choice, it's not worth getting over PC. I'll say that much. But alright, so that'll be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thank you for next time. Catch you all next week for when we're going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Goodbye.